Hi there, this is Noah with the training department. This is going to be a video tutorial on loyalty programs. I want to encourage you to like and subscribe to the ERS YouTube channel so you never miss out on any important updates, and you can do that by clicking on the ERS logo in the lower right-hand corner of this video. Loyalty programs enable you to create loyalty points, which you can have items assigned to your customers when they rent items from you. So every time a customer rents stuff from you, they can earn loyalty points, and then they can cash in those loyalty points later for coupons. So I'm going to start by going to Admin, Order Config, Loyalty and Credit Types. And I'm going to go ahead and click here to add a new one. And I'm going to use this placeholder text to give me a clue as to how to format my entry in this internal codename field. Whatever you type into this internal codename field is going to automatically generate a merge field for this point type, and we'll take a closer look at that later in the video. Once again, I'm going to use the placeholder text to give myself a clue as to how to format my entry here. We've also got these tooltips over here that I can use to get a hint as to what a particular field does and or how to format my entry in there. And then some of these tooltips actually also have links in them. We're going to leave the points active. Now the expiration interval field supports entries in either hours, days, weeks, months, or years. So it's up to your discretion how long you want these points to last. I'm going with a year, and I'm going to say 1 year rather than 365 days, because if I put in 365 days, then leap years will actually screw it up. So let's say 1 year. And then under expiration extends, we're going to leave that set to no. Expiration extends was really intended for membership programs, and it extends the expiration of the points assigned by the multiple of the number of points assigned. So in other words, if I assign 10 loyalty points and each of them has an expiration interval of a year, then setting expiration extends to yes would mean that those 10 loyalty points extend the person's expiration by 10 years. So you want to leave this field set to no so that people's points expire 1 year from when they were assigned. In other words, if I earn 10 points today, then those 10 points are good for a year. And if I earn 10 points a month from today, then those 10 points are going to be good for a year after a month from today. So, okay, we're leaving those set to no. Now, minimum age is mostly for FECs, Family Entertainment Centers. If you're collecting customer birth date information, you can fill out this field. Make sure to format your entry in years. But for most people, this field is not necessary. So we're good to go. I'm going to go ahead and submit my changes here. And now I'm going to go ahead and create a coupon that is going to use these loyalty points. So I'm going to go to Admin, Order Config, Coupons. And I'm going to go ahead and click here to add a new coupon. Now, once again, that placeholder text is giving me clues here. So that placeholder text is telling me that this name field is going to display on the payment screen during checkout. So when somebody uses this coupon, what do I want it to say? So I'm going to have it say, loyal customer. Anytime I've got something that my customers are going to see, I want to think about it from that kind of marketing and business standpoint, right? I want to give them that feedback. You're a loyal customer. All right, so I've got that. So I'm going to go ahead and use the coupon code LOYAL. And I'm going to say people get a $10 discount when they cash in 100 loyalty points. So 10 takes care of the $10 discount. Now, I'm not going to bother with the expires field or the availability rule sets or start date and end date fields. Keep in mind that expires and start date and end date can be used to restrict this coupon to only be usable for a certain time frame or only for events happening within a certain time frame. And availability rule sets can restrict it further because we're going to make it so that this coupon requires them to have a certain number of loyalty points. So it's already restricted in that way. But if we wanted to restrict it further, then we could use that availability rules drop-down menu here. But I'm not going to do that for this particular training video. And of course, you can also restrict it using that apply to entire order, not just to specific items field. Keep in mind that for any of those other more granular controls, there is a very detailed tutorial in the knowledge base on coupons. So feel free to consult that if you're curious to learn more about those. But the important thing for this training is that point costs field. That's what's going to make this coupon cost loyalty points. In other words, that's the magical feature here that ties everything together. So I'm going to say this is going to cost loyalty points. Let's say 100 of them. And we're going to leave this set to redeem. So redeem means that it's going to deduct those points from their balance. Verify would just verify that they have the points, but it would leave them with the points. So, okay, we are good to go here. I'm going to go ahead and submit my changes. Now, as far as what coupons you create here, because you can have multiples, right? You can have it to where maybe 250 loyalty points would qualify them for a coupon that gives them $30 off. And maybe 500 points would qualify them for a coupon that gives them $75 off. So you could create multiple different coupons if you want to. For this training, I'm keeping it simple, and we're just doing the one that gives them $10 off for 100 loyalty points. So we're good to go there. The next thing we have to do is we need to set up our inventory to award people points when they rent stuff. So we are going to go to Admin, Products, Items. And we're going to go into spreadsheet mode because I'm going to make a bunch of edits to a bunch of stuff at once. And then we are going to click on Customize because I don't see the field I need to see. So we're going to add the award points field into our view here. And one last trick I'm going to do here to help organize my workflow is I'm going to reorder this page by category. So that grouped everything together by category, and it's going to make my workflow more intuitive and easier here. So I'm just going to go down the line here and just say, let's say each bounce house is going to award, let's say, 25 loyalty points. And let's say each chair will award 1 loyalty point. Our concession machines will do 10. Should we do some for gift cards? Sure, why not? And let's have tables do 2 each. Yeah, you know what? Let's say 5. All right, I think I'm not going to bother with any of the stuff in the hidden category, but let's go ahead and have the slides do a higher number of points. Let's have those ones do 50. All right, so now when people rent inflatables or concession machines or tables and chairs, they're going to earn loyalty points. So now I want to tell my customers about this loyalty program. And there's sort of 2 layers to that. I want to tell them about it while they're shopping, and I want to also tell them about that in my communications to them, like their emailed receipt and their follow-up emails. So let's take care of the email part of it first, and then how we show people during the shopping process. We'll go through that after we've gone through the email part. So let's go ahead and go to Admin, Documents, General Documents, and let's go ahead and go back into browse mode. And I want to add that information to the receipts that my customers receive. So I'm going to go ahead and click into Receipt Bottom. And I'm going to go ahead and put some merge fields in the text of this Receipt Bottom document. Now I've pasted all of the different possible merge fields that we could use here, but I'm not going to leave them all in here, and you probably don't want to leave them all in there in your folder as well. So we'll go through each one in order, and I'll tell you what they do so you can decide which ones you want to put in here. So the first one is going to be automatically generated for any point you create. And we only have 1 point type in our folders, and that's loyalty points. So that's what the first one is. It's going to show them their point balance of that specific point type. Now, points balance all, the second one, is going to show their point balance for every point type that we have in our folder. Again, in this case, we just have the 1 point type. We just have loyalty points, so that's all it's going to show. The third one is going to show what points did they earn for this order, because remember, a receipt is always associated with a specific order, right? So that third one is going to tell them you earned X many points for this order. And the fourth one is going to tell them based on all of the points that you've earned in total, you are eligible for these coupons. So I'm going to go ahead and leave points balance all in there, and I'm going to remove the loyalty points one, because if I ever create any other point types, then I would want to tell them what their balance is of those points as well. All right, I'm going to copy these merge fields so that we can put them in some other messages that my customers will receive. I want to let my customers know about their point balances essentially with every interaction that I have with them over email. All right, so I'm good to go here. I'm going to go ahead and submit my changes. All right, so now I'm going to put those merge fields in the automatic messages that my customers receive with each order. So I'm going to go to Admin, Documents, Automatic Messages. And I'm going to click into each message. And I'm going to go ahead and add some information into the body of the email along with those merge fields. Remember, you can test send these automatic messages using these fields down here to see what they're going to look like in your email inbox. So after you've gotten all of this set up, if you place a few test orders in your folder, just hold on to those order ID numbers, and you can use these fields to do a test send. And if you're going to test send these messages, make sure to save your changes first so that you're sending the version that has the changes in it. Okay, so I'm good to go. I am going to go ahead and submit my changes. And I'm going to go ahead and put those same merge fields and a little bit of verbiage about the loyalty program in this prepay letter email as well. I'm going to put it in the PS section of the email. All right, I'm good to go here. Going to go ahead and submit. And I think I'm not going to put it in the survey letter email, because the intent of that email is to get information as to what we're doing well and what we're not. Of course, you can do that with Google reviews as well. That's a whole other can of worms. But I kind of feel like in this case, yeah, I'm just not going to put it in that survey letter. You can, of course, if you like. I'm going to go ahead and put it in this one-year reminder letter, though. That's a marketing-oriented email, right? So I definitely want to let people know what their point balances are. So I'm going to go ahead and click into that one. Now, this is an email that just in general, I encourage you to update from time to time. If you've gotten some new items that you think are going to drum up some new business, you might as well put them in here. So there's lots that we can do to have this email be a generator of repeat business for us. And this is among those things, right? Telling people about the loyalty program. So I think in a real life scenario, I would probably actually add some pictures of the new items that I've added and some description text and stuff like that. And then I would probably put the loyalty program information underneath that. For the purposes of this video, I'm just going to go ahead and put the loyalty program information right here. And then I'll just add a little sentence up here about the loyalty program. All right, I'm good to go here. Going to go ahead and submit my changes. Now, as far as these emails go, remember that you can upsell after the sale. So you can, for example, create different availability rule sets that are going to send this email if the customer has a Giant Connect 4 in their order, but not a cotton candy machine. Whereas if they have a cotton candy machine, but not a Giant Connect 4, it's going to send them this one. And then if they have neither, it's going to send them this one. So you can customize and optimize your upselling after the sale using availability rule sets. Now, I'm going to make a tutorial video on upselling after the sale. And if that video is made, then you'll be able to click on the link in the upper right-hand corner of this video. There will be one of those little, I believe YouTube calls them cards, that says, here, watch this video on upselling after the sale. So if you see that little card up there that says, here, watch this video for upselling after the sale, then the video's made and you can check that out. If I'm just pointing to an empty corner of the video, that just means that the video hasn't been made yet, but I'll put that card up here once I make the video. Okay, so that takes care of the email communication part of letting my customers know about our loyalty program and their point balances and the like. Keep in mind that you can do all the same things that we just now went through with your text messages if you're using our text messaging features or high level. All right, let's look at the front end and how your website is going to tell your customers about the loyalty program during the ordering process. So here on the customer information page, the first name, last name, and email fields are going to tell your folder who the customer is. And then once it knows that information, the coupon code field down here is going to display some information for your customer. So let's take a look at that. All right, so you can see my cursor is still in that email field, and there's nothing down here in the coupon code field. As soon as I click into a different field, that coupon code field displayed information for my customer about the loyalty program. So it's showing them, okay, you've already got 150 points in here. And based on that point balance, your points make you eligible for the following coupons. You will earn this many points for this order. So again, the coupon code field is the field that supplies all that information. And your customers can simply click on that radio button and it's going to autofill the coupon code for the one that they clicked on. So that's how your folder is going to inform your customers about your loyalty program. If you want to include information about your loyalty program at other parts of the shopping process, for example, maybe you want to put it in the price rule text, you can do that. Maybe you want to put some additional information on your home screen, you can do that as well. You can also use a customer login feature on your folder. So that'll put an interface where your customers can actually log in to an account in your website. So there are lots of different ways that you can give your customers information about your loyalty program on the front end. And then just, again, remember that you can put those merge fields in those emails and keep your customers informed about it in that way as well. So last but not least, let's take a look at how we can view and manage point balances for individual customers. So let's use my customer profile as an example. So I'm going to click into the CRM and I'm going to do a quick search for my own name, and I'm going to click into my customer profile. I'm going to go ahead and click here on special, and here we can see my point balance. We can see a point history right here. We can click here to adjust my point balance. So let's say I want to give myself an additional 50 points. I can do that. And then if I go back to the front end and refresh this screen, yep, we see the updated balance there. So that about does it for this video. As I said, you have a lot of different options for how you're going to convey this information to your customers. Remember that a loyalty program is all about generating repeat business, right? So use it as a marketing tool. Again, put those merge fields in the receipt email. Put it in your follow-up emails, your one-year reminder letter emails. Do all those kinds of things to nudge people in the direction of renting with you again so that they can accrue more loyalty points and you can generate more repeat business. So that's it for this tutorial. I hope this was helpful. Please, as always, feel free to reach out to the tech support department about this or anything that you saw in this video. And you can reach them at 505-435-9731, option 1, or support@eventrentalsystems.com, or by clicking on the little chat bubble in the bottom right-hand corner of the back end of your ERS folder. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.